Good afternoon. It is Friday, so it is time for some Friday Disney fun, and we're going to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean today. It just happened to go very well with our lesson for this week on Message Match with Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's what we're going to be talking about, a few different things that I've spotted in the Disney news over the last week or so, but I hope you're having a great day. If you don't know who I am John Delancey. Created this Marketing the Magic thing in which we explore lessons in marketing strategy for small business owners inspired by the Walt Disney movies, theme parks, marketing campaigns, and more. So, like I said, today we're just going to have some fun. Just for the most part. I may tie it back a little bit to the lesson that we talked about on Wednesday, but by and large, we're just going to have some fun. So if you are joining me, let me see if I can spot how many people we've got at the moment. Looks like we might have a couple. In any case, if you're joining me, say hi in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you prefer the Pirates of the Caribbean rides or the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Or if you just love everything about pirates, just like me. So I'm going to make sure that we are up and good. It looks like we are, but just in case, I'm going to double check. And then we will get started. So I hope everybody's week was excellent. I hope you got a lot done. I hope you are ready for, if you can take one, a little break over the weekend. You should if you can. We all need to take a break every now and then. So it looks like we are up. I don't know what just happened. Hi, Sabria. I see you prefer the rides. I probably knew that about you. That's my wife, if you're also joining us. So, Sabria, let me know if something just happened that was weird with the stream. Still figuring out this whole YouTube thing. But it looks like we are up. So we're going to get started and have some fun. If you are joining me again, let me know if you prefer the ride or the movies. And be sure to share this little video. Share it with your friends on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you might be joining us from. Yeah, and then we're going to get started. So, as I mentioned, the lesson this week was on Message Match in marketing, inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean, and I was very gratified to see that there were actually a couple of things that happened this week that kind of reinforced that idea that I was putting out in terms of how Pirates of the Caribbean can teach us about Message Match. And that was a lot of fun. So, first up, the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie is coming out May 26th, and I am very excited about that. So, sorry, Sabria, you're going to have to go see that with me, because it looks amazing. It looks like it's actually going to kind of take things back to the sort of core of the movie franchise. We have a lot of the original cast returning, some new cast, obviously, a new story. And the story looks like it's going to be fantastic. We get to see young Captain Jack Sparrow, and that's kind of what leads into this new story that's taking place. It's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And one thing that happened that kind of reinforced this idea that I was talking about, this idea of message match in our marketing, was Disney released a trailer that we're going to take a look at, or at least a minute of here in just a second. Released a trailer that very explicitly did what we talked about on Wednesday in the lesson, and that is tie the rides, the original attractions, back to the movie franchise, to create that match, to reinforce that message match between the two, so that people who grew up with the attractions will once again feel that moment of trust in the movie franchise. They know that these are connected stories. They know that they're going to experience in the movies much of the same thing that they experience in the attractions. So let's actually take a look at that now. Let me pull it up. We'll take a look at that trailer, because it was just fantastic. And you can see here Walt showing the original attraction, and this is the trailer that Disney put out. So we're seeing the Disneyland attraction and those iconic scenes, and there they are, explicitly pointing out that the attractions inspired the movie franchise and showing the earliest moments from that movie franchise and how that story has evolved over time. And it's just it feels good to be right sometimes. Just, frankly, that's exactly what they were doing. They're reinforcing that match between the attractions and the movies. And one thing we didn't talk about on Wednesday was that the newest Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, and I have mentioned this before on the show, but the newest Pirates of the Caribbean attraction at Shanghai Disneyland actually has very little to do with the original attractions. So at all the other Disney parks around the world, the Pirates of the Caribbean attractions are very, very similar. They're very closely related. The same rough story, the same characters, the same scenes. But with Shanghai Disneyland, they tested the idea of incorporating that same original Pirates of the Caribbean story, and the audiences they were testing it with didn't respond. The people in Shanghai, the guests in Shanghai, don't know the original attractions. They didn't grow up with the original attractions. Their only real exposure to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise is the movies. And so while at Disneyland and Disney World, and I'm sure the other parks around the world, they have incorporated elements of the movies back into the attractions, so like Captain Jack Sparrow, so that in those parks, people will still feel that connection even if they started with the movies. In Shanghai, it's completely different. They've never had exposure to the attractions, so it just didn't resonate. So at Shanghai Disneyland, the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction is entirely different, and it's based almost exclusively on the movies. And my goodness, that the attraction in Shanghai Disneyland, like I am going to make a trip to Shanghai one of these days with my lovely wife Sabria, and we are going to see it because that attraction looks amazing. You can Google ride-throughs or YouTube. Look on YouTube for ride-throughs of Pirates of the Caribbean at Shanghai. It looks remarkable. It looks like Disney has done things with that ride technology that we have never seen in a Disney park before, and I can't wait to go see it. So, once again, however, what the point I'm getting to here is that Disney at Shanghai once again used this idea of message match so that the audience they were trying to reach in that location connected. When they went to ride the attraction, they connected with the movies that they grew up with. And so it's one more step in completing that circle, or maybe it's even kind of a Venn diagram sort of circle. But it all centers around this idea of connecting this franchise in all its different facets around the world. Now, one of the other cool things I'm sure you saw this week in the world of Pirates of the Caribbean was that Johnny Depp actually showed up at Disneyland in costume as Captain Jack Sparrow and was actually spotted on the attraction, on Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. And here you can see him. And apparently he does this from time to time. He just decides every now and then to go dress up as Captain Jack Sparrow and go stand in the attraction and enthrall the guests. So that was a wonderful bit of fun that took place this week at Disneyland. I wish he would come to Disney World every now and then, and especially I wish that he would pick the times that we happen to be there. So that would be lovely, but that's just cool. That's it's fun to see this major actor obviously taking the time to just go have some fun with it. This is a character that is beloved by so many. He's such a great, roguish, anti-hero kind of character, and everybody loves him. I mean, who doesn't love Captain Jack Sparrow? So that's a lot of fun. Now, one other thing I want to point out is that if you are a Disney history buff, like I am aspiring to be anyway, I love learning about it. I'm not very knowledgeable on Disney history yet. I'm not a trivia kind of guy. That's just not my strong suit, as my trivia companions can probably tell you. But if you are at least interested in some of the Disney history and some of the stories and the secrets in the development of the Disney company and the attractions, Lou Mongello, my good friend Lou Mongello over at WDW Radio, had an episode of his podcast back in February of this year. It was number 474, in which he talks about the secrets and stories you never knew about Pirates of the Caribbean. And it is a podcast episode, so it's audio only, obviously. But it was a fantastic podcast. He had Jim Korkis join him. So if you are a member of the Disney community, you probably know who Jim Korkis is. He is a major Disney historian. He's a former cast member. He's written like 496,000 Disney history books covering everything you can possibly imagine in the world of Disney. And this episode was fantastic. They really dive into how this attraction developed and some of the secrets behind how it developed. If you're not aware, Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland was actually the last attraction directly overseen by Walt Disney before he unfortunately passed away. And it took a kind of winding path in terms of how the attraction came to be. Originally, and they talk about this in this episode at WDW Radio, which you can find by going to wdwradio.com/ I think this will work. wdwradio.com/474. Or you can just go there and search Pirates of the Caribbean, and that episode will pop up right at the top. But they actually talk about how the attraction originally started, how it was originally going to be, and that was that it was originally going to be a walkthrough with these kind of wax figurines of pirates and various scenes and different kind of exhibits, almost like a museum exhibit, showcasing some of these scenes of piracy and featuring the major pirate figures through history. So Captain Blackbeard and all those kinds of things. But there were so many problems with this idea. I mean, starting with how in the world do you keep a crowd moving through an attraction like that? And they've had experience building those kinds of attractions in later years. One Man's Dream at Hollywood Studios that features some of the history behind Walt is mostly a walkthrough attraction that ends with kind of a video. It's a great attraction. I'm not even sure it's still there. If it is, and you happen to be going to Disney World, catch it because it's going away. But it may already be gone, so don't hold me to that. But that's how Pirates was going to start, and they very quickly realized that wasn't how they wanted to do this, and began developing this. The attraction we know and love today, this boat ride through scenes of piracy, and the setting for the story at Disneyland is even somewhat different from the setting of the story at Disney World. At Disneyland, it was meant to be this idea that you're descending into a pirate's nightmare. So you start with this vision of the crashed pirate ship on the shores and the skeletal pirate still steering into eternity and all those things, and the rest of the attraction is meant to be this pirate's dream of better days, where they're ransacking this town and burning it down, and it's just a great story. So if you like learning about the history and the stories and the secrets behind some of the Disney magic, definitely check out that episode 474 of WDW Radio. You will not be disappointed. So yeah, that was just I just wanted to have some fun today, kind of chatting about Pirates of the Caribbean. It is one of my very favorite attractions, one of my very favorite movie franchises. I'm again so excited about the movie that's coming out because it looks like it's going back to sort of the core of what made the Pirates movies. And that's always the danger when series get drug out not drug out, but when sometimes movie series can go out a little longer than they should, they tend to jump the shark or jump ship, I guess. But I've been impressed with how well the Pirates movies have held up, and it looks like this newest one is going to just go right back to that core magic that we love so well about the Pirates movies. Excuse me. So I'm going to wrap things up for today. Don't see any other comments. Nope. So, yeah, just a quick chat. I just wanted to have some Friday Disney fun. So if you are watching either live or if you check this out after the fact, let me know that question of the week. What is your favorite part of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise? Do you love the attractions, the rides at Disneyland or Disney World or Disneyland Paris or Disneyland Shanghai, or do you prefer the movie franchise? Or do you love them all like me? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well so you can catch us every time we go live. We have a Magical Marketing Minute Monday segment that will come out. We'll have a new one of those coming this Monday. Then each Wednesday we have our more business-focused discussions. So I'm not even sure what we're talking about this week, but it'll be something awesome. And then Fridays, at least for now, we're going to keep doing these Friday streams where we just have some Friday Disney fun. In any case, guys, have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. Go out and make the life that you want to live, and we will see you real soon. Thanks.